Ahoy! Night of the Creeps. Director, Fred Decker. You know, it's a throwback to the old 50s horror movies when it starts out in 1959 and in black and white. Nice intro that then skips ahead to 1986 and all the glorious color that decade had. Almost too much so. That's why the 90s were much drabber. So much drab. And flannel shirts. And heroin. See what happens when your brains are on drugs? Worse drugs happen when you take away the fun ones. First scene, it's a bit alien. Then on to a typical 50s college scene. Nice guy picks up a nice gal from her sorority house. They go to Lookout Point. But instead of necking, they get involved with a mad axeman and a fallen meteor, which may be alien related. It's not for certain, but yeah, it's double fuckeries. Fast forward to 1986 Pledge Week of the same college town. Woohoo! Get me some Zimas, bitch! Some, well, not really fair to call them geeks, but let's just say they're not fraternity types. Get mixed up with a beautiful gal and said fraternity types. Good intentions through a fraternity prank goes completely awry. Local detective and the police get involved. Dead pets get involved. Dead people get involved. Pretty much everybody gets involved. This is a fun little horror flick, from the cheesy 50s stereotypes to the cheesy 80s stereotypes. Surprisingly good practical effects done with the, shall we say, infestations that burst forth. Dialogue has some nice tongue-in-cheek lines and horror genre name drops up the wazoo. Mixes the serious with the ridiculous. Is it the best plot ever written? Nah. But entertainingly told and decently paced. James Guardians of the Galaxy Gunn did a nice little update to this in 2006 with Nathan Male Reynolds Fillion as the main protagonist in a movie called Slither. Absolutely in the same vein. This one was better though, because it was first. Director Fred Decker did a similar feat with the Monster Squad and pretty much killed any last vestige of anything good in the cootery known as RoboCop 3. Why? Why, Fred? We always will have Paris though, won't we? And Night of the Creeps. Great scene. The detective can be a bit of a smartass with his dialogue, but the scene with his oven is telling, kind of grounds the story a bit. Great quote. Here, hold this. You'll feel better. After a horrendous incident and being handed a shotgun. Nice. So, for story, 3.5 beers. Nothing too outlandish, but some good character work here. Look, 4 beers. It's a solid job. It does some cheesy effects very well. Some not quite as well. But still fucking, like I said, it's a fun rap. Check it out. Cheers.